Thank you everyone for attending this webinar titled Mind Mapping Your Way to Learning Language. I am very pleased and happy to have you on board, and let's start. I am native Arabic speaker. My name is Juliana KHALIL. I am Tony Buzan licensed instructor in mind mapping, and I have a big passion towards languages. And after so many years living in UAE, I recognize that people are lacking towards learning language, Arabic or French or any other language, because they found it difficult, specifically people who are professionals and senior people. They are working or they are SME owners, and they want to communicate either with French or Arabic or sometimes in English, because also English is is a bit difficult language to so many people. After taking my license from Tony Buzan in 2017, I started to find there is big need in the market. And why not creating content to help people using mind mapping to learn language? Because simply mind mapping is very colorful, it's very associative, and it helps the information to be stored in the long-term memory, because the brain likes associative way of thinking, and it's connected and it's visual, because simply our brain likes to take the information into pictures, and this is how the brain function. And this is my passion towards mind mapping. I love using mind mapping not only for myself. That's why I wanted to spread the awareness about mind mapping around many people. Specifically, I took one niche, which is my passion, as I said, language. With today's webinar, I will take you a little bit through what is the meaning of language, and I created something by using MindMap.ai to cover all languages. Any language that you decide to learn today, you decide you are a trainer, you decide to create content, you are a teacher, you are an English teacher, you decide to create your content in mind mapping, it will help you. Are a French teacher, it will help you. Are a Arabic teacher, it will help you. You are a Spanish teacher, it will help you. Any language that you want to learn, mind mapping is very useful for you to be done. So let me start with the first mind map done, as I said, by using mindmap.ai, which is a structure. Language is built on components. What is the meaning of components? Components are all the elements that makes the language function. Those are noun, adjectives, adverbs, preposition, verbs. We need all those components to be able to start learning a language. Mind map is the Google map to help you navigating, putting all this information like a puzzle, to put them one after the other to be able to form a proper sentence. You cannot memorize sentences, you have to understand. The moment the person will understand, the information will be very, very easy to be absorbed. So I created it one first meaning of structure, as I said, understanding what is the meaning of noun, what is the meaning of adjective, how to conjugate verbs in the past, present, future, how to connect two verbs, how to understand what is the meaning of prepositions, from, within, adverb. Beside, as I said, any language. We took English because English is a common language, but if I am a French teacher, I can take this structure and I can apply it in French. I am Arabic teacher, I want to explain to my customers or to my students what is the meaning of noun, how we can differentiate between common noun, proper noun. So this is the first mind map. Moving forward, the power of mind mapping, that we create one mind map which is general, and from the general mind map we can segregate all the other mind map and to be able to go deep with the explanation. Moving forward to nouns, as you can see here in the first mind map, I created the nouns. I put proper noun, common noun, pronoun. Moving forward, we can see here it's a common noun. How to differentiate between common noun. What is the meaning of common noun? It can be proper noun, it can be common noun. There are they are divided into two types, or it can be proper noun like Juliana, like Sobia, like Dubai, like India. Those are the proper nouns. So we can differentiate what is the difference between proper noun and common noun. Moving forward, as you can see here, as I said, I'm always referring to the mother mind map, which is the structure. Moving forward, we can move to the pronoun and start teaching or facilitating the process of pronoun to our students by telling them the pronoun are divided into many types: the personal pronoun, the relative pronouns, the interrogative pronouns, so they will be able to understand what is the difference. And then, as I said, all this will lead to create a puzzle, a game. What is the meaning? The puzzle, all those words are shuffled. We can put them in a one nice format to be able, for example, to say at the end, my name is Juliana. I need to understand how this sentence will function, why I put my, why his name is, how to conjugate the verbs. So, and as you can see, I finished the pronoun. I'm not going into details. I'm just giving you an idea, overall idea how it works, the possessive pronouns, so on and so forth. And as I said, it will be applicable to any language. At a personal level, I created the content for French and Arabic, and trust me, with this methodology, it helped me like magic. And not only for me, it helped my customers to understand, to structure in the information in their brain, and the outcome was very easy, especially people with age. They want to learn something new. They found it very difficult, challenging, I mean. Then, as you can see, after I finished, I always go back to show you the first page, which is structure. I spoke about the noun. Now I am moving to the second component or second element of the language, which is adjective. So this is where also I explain to my customer the meaning of adjectives. Adjectives, when you describe something: I am happy, I am sad, I am tired. So the type of adjectives, excuse me, okay, I'm here. A type of adjective, how to describe adjective, and sometimes the adjective can be comparative, superlative, and where to position the adjective in the sentence. In English, for example, I bought new car. In Arabic is different. The adjective will be positioned after. As I said, with this, the facilitator or the trainer or the teacher will explain more to the audience, and there will be more, the communication will be more interactive. It's not static. The teacher is explaining and the people are listening. No, they will understand more. So to position the sentence, and then after understanding the adjectives, I went little bit into adverb. What are the type of adverb? When, where, quickly, carefully, always, very. So those are very essential also to put them in a sentence, to understand how to say, when did you come, when did you travel, what time do you eat your lunch. So when the students will understand how to put the adverb, also it will become very easy to communicate and to understand how it works. Similarly to prepositions, those we call them connectors. They are very essential for any language to understand how to put them. For example, from, in, to, all those small connectors, very essential to be able to build a very proper and efficient sentence. So it will show that your sentence is coming, the receiver will understand what you are talking, especially if the receiver is native Arabic, native speaker. It depends if it's his Arabic speaker, if you are talking Arabic or French or English or any other language that you are facilitating by using mind mapping. I will repeat, it works like magic. I'm talking from experience. More than 10 years mind mapping for languages. Before using mind mapping, it was a nightmare, but after using mind mapping to train in languages, it will become easy for me, and it became for me as a USP to attract more people. Moving forward, as you can see, I always like to refer to the first page, which is the structure of the language. We spoke about the noun, we spoke about adjective, we segregate them. We spoke about preposition, we spoke about adverbs and how to differentiate them. Now, I keep saying to my customers, the key or the heart of any language is the verbs. The moment you understand how to conjugate the verbs, the uh, the process will become easy. Verbs are very essential for any language, and this is the hard time where to understand how to conjugate them. So we have to understand to conjugate the verb in the past tense, how to conjugate them in the past tense, in the present tense, in the future tense, imperative, how to connect two verbs, how do you say yesterday I went to Dubai Mall, now I am going, tomorrow I will go. So it requires a lot of effort to understand how to conjugate a verb. If it's in the past, present, future, how to say I want to eat, I wanted to eat, I will eat. So how to conjugate them, it requires a lot of effort. But by using mind mapping, all this information will be done in a simple mind map, in one mind map. The student or the customer will understand that if I understood what is regular verb versus irregular verb, and I have one sheet for regular, my brain will refer one sheet. It's repeated. And we know in neuroscience, specifically in the brain needs to create a habit, and the habit will not be done without repetition. And this repetition also will come through visualizing, because mind map is a picture typically similar to the brain cell. By visualizing the information, the brain will store the information. At the time of talking, it will come without effort, trust me. So quickly the user or the students will be able to say, yesterday I went to Dubai Mall, tomorrow I will go, because I understood that go is irregular. If I want to say yesterday I traveled to India, I know that travel is under the regular verb. So I put it, I travel to India. Tomorrow I will travel. Now I am traveling. So all those features or elements will be done in a mind mapping way. And trust me, the sky will be the limit once you will understand, and the outcome will be very fast. So we spoke about the past tense little bit, the present tense as well. So how to conjugate I, you, we, he, she, they. I keep referring to English because I'm talking now in English. But as I said, if you are a Spanish teacher, you can use this methodology. I don't master all the language, but what I can assure that the same methodology will be applied to any language. The moment you start with the structure, sometimes there is few things different, but the major things are similar to any language. Same thing if I want to learn to teach my users how to conjugate the verb in the present tense, how to put the future tense, because in so many languages, the future is based on present by adding the will. For example, in English, you say I go, in future will be I will go. I eat in the present, I will eat. He eats, he will eat. The moment also the student will understand that he has to put some additional words to make it in the future based on the present, trust me, also the process will become very easy and smooth to any trainer or teacher. And so in a nutshell, I covered all the tenses of the verb. I went through past, present, future, connecting. In some languages, there is so many other tenses. Like I know in French, there is many other tenses. But to facilitate the process for students or for people who want to learn a language in the beginning, I also always recommend not give too many information, in a sense, so many tenses, and you don't need them. You don't need them. Rather than do it, less is more, concentrating on some sentences that must be used on day-to-day basis, and the user or the customer will be able to apply, because you want them to see that you will be able quickly to apply to start talking to any native language speaker, whatever the language is. So I covered few tenses, as I said. Now moving forward to numbers. So mind mapping also is essential for anything that you want to learn. You want to learn also the numbers. As you can see here, I created the numbers little bit. I created here the days of the week: Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. It's going back and forth: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's in a mouse click, you will be able to create all this. And for example, if you are a trainer, your content is based on English, all this content will be translated to your user. If you want them to learn French, for example, you will put Monday, it will become lundi, Tuesday, mardi. Or if you are teaching them Arabic based from English, starting from English, that the point that you start with, you can mind map all the other content accordingly, and it will be very useful. As you can see, in a mouse click, the people will be able to understand how to say the days of the week. Moving forward, I created it also the months of the year, and you can see also the months are divided into seasons as well. So it will help you to cover two topics in one shot. With one topic is a season and the other topic is the month. So the students will understand that the months of summer are June, July, August; the winter, December, January, February; the autumn, September, October, November; the spring, March, April, May. So you are able to cover two topics in one mind map. And also, as I said, if the point of starting is English, the word summer can be shared in Arabic or English, in Arabic or French or Spanish or Chinese or whatever, the month as well. So the connection, because the person will understand that June in French is Juin, July in French is Juillet, August in French is août. If you are teaching them French, starting from the base, they are English speaker. So it's all about association, because the power of mind mapping is associative way of thinking. The brain needs to associate. We cannot give information just like this. To be able to retain the information, it has to be associative. And there is no other technique than mind mapping to associate the information. This is how the brain functions. June, Juin, July, Juillet. So my brain will retain this information at the time of speaking. I will remember, or I will visualize, because the more I visualize, the more I will materialize, and nothing more than mind mapping can help you to visualize the information. Moving forward, I created it here, something related to animals, and you can see that are divided into many types of animals. If I want the birds, also uh, if which type of animals, it's also can be divided. So also the information is not flooded, so many information to be learned. No, we will segregate them. We will put them into small information, and one step after the other, so the information again will be retained. Because at the end of the day, if you are a language teacher, you want your students to come back to you telling you, thank you so much, I'm able to speak after a few hours. Not, it didn't take me too much time, because simply it's visual, it's easy, and it's connected. As you can see here, from animals, I took one part, and you can see, for example, kangaroo, koala. And as I said, if you want, the name of the animal will be written in French or in Arabic or Spanish, whatever, so the person will be able to associate. The carnivore, for example, dogs, cats. So you are covering so many topics in one mind map. The power of mind mapping, that the information are in one page. You don't need so many pages to cover one content. It's only in one page. And this is where the information will be stored easily, because the brain will see the pictures. And one more thing I want to highlight, which is also very powerful. For example, if I am talking about animals, each animal can be associated with a picture. If I am talking about dog, in MindMap, in MindMap.ai, you can add a picture of the dog. So also the person will say dog, he saw the picture, he saw the word dog in French is le chien, in Arabic al-kalb. Sorry, I master only those three languages. That's why I'm giving you an example. But if you are Chinese teacher, you can follow the same thing. So you can add the picture of the dog, you can add the picture of the cat along with the language that you are teaching. Uh, in a nutshell, I try to cover everything needed, as I told you, based on the first map, which is a structure, which is your Google map, which is your um, guiding guiding force, because you can see from the creating a structure, my brain understand, and the sky will be your limit to create content. The content will be very powerful, and you can create content unlimited number of pages, which will be very useful to your students, for you as a facilitator. So the first page is a structure where I put my highlight. And why it's very important to be in a mind map, because the brain likes pictures, the brain doesn't like linear points. You will tell me, Juliana, okay, we create content in a linear way. I agree. I'm not saying wrong, right or wrong, but I'm saying this is how our brain functions. He likes pictures. And when you put a structure, you will be able to create subdivision. Children, for any branches, you create subdivision, and the sky will be your limit to create subdivision. You will become more creative. While if you put the information you create content in a linear way, you will not be able to segregate the information. So as you can see, my takeaway or my aha moment for you to take today, if I want to share an aha moment to understand that the mind mapping will help you to become more creative. And you can see from one mind map, I divided so many other mind maps: noun, adverbs, verbs, blah, blah, blah. And each component of the language I segregated. Based on the first one, I segregated. And for common noun, I can create one mind map. For proper, one mind map. For pronoun, one mind map. For adjectives, I segregated them in masculine and feminine. In some languages like English, there is no difference. I am happy. A male, he will say, I am happy. But in French, it has to be segregated. So this is in a nutshell what I wanted to share with you, the power of using mind mapping to learn any language. And trust me, the outcome is always very, very positive. And this is one of the USP for any trainer, facilitator, or teacher who's teaching a language to use mind mapping, because this is how you position yourself versus others, because it's simple, as I said, colorful, associative, and easy to be absorbed by our brain. Before I will open the opportunity for you to share questions or any questions, I just want to share with you a mind map done in a mind map. Is it clear, Sobia? You can see it?
Yeah, Juliana, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay, as you can see, this is one of the mind map that I created it in a mind map. It's about numbers. I will show you other ones. For example, I will show you months of the year. So my idea was to share with you how you can use mindmap.ai to generate mind maps, which is very easy and very visual to anyone in need. With this, I will close my presentation for today, and I'm waiting for any questions from everyone, from all the attendees. Yes, ready to listen to all your questions.
I have a question so you were
Yes.
talking every language we can, but some languages are different, right? For future tense, we might add will, right, in front of a verb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay for English, but what about other language like Asian languages? It's not like we add a word, right? So how
Yeah,
to handle?
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, very good. It's a very good question. As I said, I don't master all the languages. Yani, the trainer or the facilitator who's preparing this content, he's aware how to create the language, how to create the content. I give example that from the future tense, from the present tense in English, you add will. But what I'm trying to say, by using mind mapping, it will become very structured. So he knows that the future of any other tense will be will be able, the facilitator or the teacher will be able to handle it. Did you
Okay.
understand what I'm trying to say? For example, let
Yes.
me give you an example. In Arabic, the past tense, there is no irregular verbs. All of them will follow the same structure. In Arabic, the past tense is similar to any verb. Versus English, you know that in English there is regular and irregular, right? For example,
Yes.
to go in the past tense is I went, to travel is I traveled. Though the trainer or the teacher will know that when I prepare the past tense, I have to segregate regular versus irregular verbs because I know in advance. So you got my point? You understood what I'm saying?
Yes.
Versus French. French, for example, I'm talking about these two languages because I master the three languages and I created content in these three languages. But I know when I prepared Arabic, I tell my customer there is no irregular. All of them are regular versus English, there is regular and irregular. So if I am preparing French, for example, all the verb in the past tense will follow the same rule. I cannot put them, they are irregular. You know what I mean? So the
Yes.
teacher, the facilitator in advance will be aware how to create the content related to this language. Did I answer your question?
Yes, Juliana. Thank you.
Oh, okay, my pleasure. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having me. I wish I was able to fulfill the idea regarding mind mapping. Just quick thing for me, mind mapping is very useful to anything that you want to learn. And it's becoming very useful for language because people found it difficult, especially if they are senior people busy at work and they want to learn something new just to communicate. And one more thought that I want to cover, that the more you learn languages, the more you put your brain in something called metacognition, which means there is big chance not to be affected by Alzheimer because the brain cells will be active. So hurry up, learn a new language because you will put your brain in a very active situation, and the brain cells will be more active. That's it. This is my final takeaway for you. Thank you, Sobia. Thank you, Prasant, for arranging this webinar. God bless you. And yes, mindmapping.ai is an amazing tool to be used as well. Thank you so much.